introduction is recommended roughly between 4 and 6 months of age. If baby is showing signs that they're ready to try food, they show interest, they open their mouths, they seem very excited when they see the spoon around them. You can start after 4 months of age as long as they've been examined and they are thought to be developmentally ready, meaning they're sitting without support, they hold their heads upright, they're not doing lots of that tongue thrust that may show that they're not ready quite yet. Most pediatricians, like myself, would recommend to wait as much as possible to closer to the 6 months, especially on exclusively breastfed babies, because this helps, that established breastfeeding to continue as long as possible, and also because starting solids in the beginning is just to start getting baby ready and accustomed to that spoon feeding rather than really providing nutrition. So nutrition is still going to be mainly from breast milk or formula depending on what baby's being fed. As far as what to introduce, so typically we'll start with cereals. So those are kind of easy to mix and they're rich in iron. So oatmeal is what I typically recommend to start with. Those can be mixed with either breast milk or formula, and you want to make sure that you're mixing it loose enough that its consistency is not very thick so baby doesn't have trouble with swallowing that in the beginning. If you're purchasing food, baby food, you make sure that start with the stage 1, the one that says for supported sitters. So those are typically textures and are much lighter and not as thick. And then after that, after baby has tried many different things, you may start with, after the cereals, with some vegetables. You want to introduce definitely one thing at a time only, and then wait about 5 to 7 days before you introduce something new, just in case baby gets any sort of reaction or rash or vomiting. You can actually pinpoint what exactly could have caused it and kind of look a little more into it. And then progressively try different vegetables, different fruits. There's really no magic trick about what to introduce. Babies can really eat anything as long as it's, the texture is appropriate for their age. Once babies more consistently take in solids, you can start introducing. So typically after 6 months, if we start with solids, you can start introducing a little bit of water. Usually said you can actually introduce a sippy cup at that age so that you can start kind of building the habit and transitioning baby into drinking from a sippy cup later on. We don't typically recommend any kind of juices or any other drinks really other than, formula breast milk or maybe a little bit of water in a sippy cup after 6 months.